NotebookLM just launched a brand new feature called short video overviews, or as they put it, doom scrolling, but make it educational. This generates really good short form explainer videos with just a click. It's amazing, so I've been testing out what it can do and trying to guide it into different styles and voices and lengths, just seeing what you can and can't control. I'll cover all of that. And the good news is they first announced this to the paid plans, but then a couple hours later, they rolled it out to the free plan as well. So it's already available for all plans, including free. That is awesome, since they rarely roll out new features to everyone at once like this. And this is powered by Nano Banana 2 Lite, which is their new, faster and more cost-efficient image model. It's able to generate images in 4 seconds, which is crazy. To access this in NotebookLM, just go to the Studio panel, click on Video Overview, and if you're on the paid plan, there will be 3 options: Cinematic, Explainer, and now the new options for Short. A bite-sized overview to help you quickly grasp core ideas from your sources. On the free plan, this cinematic option isn't there, it's just Explainer and Short. Then it will generate some options to guide what the video should focus on. You can either just click Generate and it will decide on its own, or you could select one of the 3 options it generated, or you can type in a custom topic. When you're ready, hit Generate, and that's all there is to it. And mine took about 10 to 20 minutes on average to generate, but you can get multiple running at one time across multiple notebooks if you want. So I'm going to jump into this one that I generated about earthquakes as a simple example to start.
Earthquakes violently shake the ground beneath us, but the invisible mechanism that triggers them actually takes centuries to build. Take the San Andreas Fault, where 2 massive slabs of solid rock meet. These tectonic plates are constantly being pushed in opposite directions by forces deep underground. But the boundary between them isn't completely smooth. Jagged, rocky edges catch onto each other, completely locking the plates in place through sheer friction. Even though the edges are stuck, the rest of the plates keep moving. This forces the solid rock to warp, storing massive amounts of energy like a stretched rubber band. Eventually, that stored tension becomes too great. It overwhelms the friction, and the locked edges violently snap past each other into an unstressed position. This massive snap violently punches the surrounding rock, sending ripples of vibrating energy expanding outward in all directions. These are called seismic waves. So the next time you feel the ground suddenly tremble, you're just feeling centuries of bent rock finally snapping free.
That one was great. All the animations in the middle portrayed the topic really well. It's amazing to me that that's possible. It definitely feels a lot different than typical AI-generated videos. It feels like someone actually made those motion graphics. And it also had solid narration, better than a lot of the AI voices you typically hear in shorts. So this is incredible, and they're around 1 to 1.5 minutes long each. I want to jump into a few others. I won't play the full things. I'll just show some key highlights I thought were really good. Then I'll get into some of the issues. I thought this one was really cool. It's about the tribe in the book Born to Run.
Instead of fighting back, the tribe chose to vanish. They retreated into the Barrancas del Cobre, a labyrinth of dead-end canyons deeper than the Grand Canyon. To survive the vertical cliffs and connect hidden settlements, the brutal geography forced an evolutionary leap. Their bodies transformed into ultimate evasive machines, earning them the true name Raramuri.
Yeah, even good pronunciation with that last word there. That was some really cool animations. Now, this isn't a full NotebookLM tutorial, but it is one of my favorite tools, so I would highly recommend you dig deeper into it. Me and my team created a free, complete guide to NotebookLM that I'll link in the description. It includes a 5-step framework to build any notebook, 5 use cases with copy-paste prompts, every studio output broken down, and a comparison guide so you know when to use NotebookLM over another tool. It's a great way to level up with NotebookLM. It's free, just click the link in the description. Then I had this one. It involved having to display charts talking about the different economic bubbles.
With the UK railway mania. Thanks to cheap credit, speculation exploded. Investors funded over 9,000 miles of track. But when interest rates finally rose, the bubble burst.
So yeah, really good. And of course, that one leads up into the AI bubble at the end. Then I had this one about Jevons paradox.
Because computational power is suddenly so cheap, developers embed AI into every app, phone, and smart appliances. This causes the daily volume of queries to multiply exponentially. The sheer scale of this new induced demand.
There's a really nice style on that one. I'll show a quick section of this one about aphantasia.
In a typical brain, your frontal control center issues a command, sending a luminous signal backward to light up your visual cortex and paint the image.
I want to do one more of this type of animation that I thought was really impressive. So this was about the evolution of 3D animation.
Animators solved this mathematically. When the lamp's vertical height compresses downward, they force the horizontal dimensions to push outward by the exact same proportion. By balancing this expansion and compression, the total 3D space the object occupies remains perfectly constant. This mathematical linkage is called volume preservation. When applied during a fast action, stretching tall to leap and squashing wide upon landing, it tricks the human eye into seeing flexible...
That one was just so amazing to me that it was able to simulate that so well. And typically how these videos come back is they'll have a one-sentence hook at the beginning, then jump into the content, which is great. Exactly what you need to do in short form.
Your morning coffee isn't just a simple energy boost. It's a potent biological modulator, actively rewiring your body.
Solid hook, and then after that, it will usually start showing animations in the style I was showing before, or other times the whole thing is just static images like this one, which is annoying when that happens. Like the images it generates are good, but it's just more engaging when it generates those animations, which you can try to guide in the prompt. The images sometimes will have a little bit of that parallax effect, or other times the whole thing is just static images. And also, I did discover that the limit on the free plan is 3 per day and 20 per day on the pro plan, which is the one I'm on, so I hit my limit on both plans. Now for the problems I ran into. The biggest issue is you can't control the style well, or the narrator much, or the length at all. It does have a pretty decent range of styles, but you don't have much control over which style it chooses. Like that earthquake one I showed, the prompt was actually for it to do that in a claymation style, which it obviously didn't get right. Or this one, I asked for anime. I wouldn't call that anime. And this one I asked for a whiteboard explainer. Again, not at all. I wonder if they will be making updates to this so you can guide the style more, since you are able to pretty well with the cinematic overview option. Also, when I tried to adjust the time, I asked for it to generate one that was under 30 seconds. That had no influence on the length. It turned out 1:13. So for now, mostly what you're steering with your prompt is the topic and story approach. So some of my notebooks have a wide range of sources, so it definitely needed some steering of the topic to narrow down the focus. And also for storyline, there's one where I asked it to tell the fall of Rome like a true crime investigation, use a dramatic narrator, a mystery structure, and end with a twist. It did that pretty well, so here's a bit of that one.
The fall of the Roman Empire is history's ultimate unsolved murder, and the modern historical consensus of a peaceful transition? The dirt itself proves that's a massive cover-up. Let's test this peaceful alibi on the evidence board, using physical
Actually, I'll let this keep playing because these
instead of
animations turned out really good
text.
on this one.
First, we establish the victim's baseline. In the 3rd century, even rural peasants ate off fine imported African pottery and lived under durable tiled roofs. Rome's everyday economy was a hyper-complex, deeply interconnected web. But the 5th century autopsy report...
Stop it there, but as you can see, the animations turned out really good on that one too. And it definitely sounded like the narrator was trying to be more dramatic, and the story itself was definitely made more dramatic and was told with more of a mystery to it and a twist at the end, while also staying accurate. And that part's important. I do think some of the reason why they don't let you guide things too much is they want to keep things accurate, and it might lose some of that accuracy if you're able to customize it too much. There is probably a better balance to be had there than there is currently though. And I also have had some issues with the images themselves or animations. Most of the videos have been really good with no noticeable issues, but I've had a couple that weren't. Like this one of the feet is backwards. This animation, it feels like there should be other icons as part of this, especially if you could hear what it was saying right here. It just left a lot of the areas blank. And then there's also this spot where the text overlaps each other. That one was not good at all. And here's another one where this wire, it has kind of a weird split in it that doesn't make sense. And also this plug wouldn't fit into that socket. So just some minor issues. And really I didn't have very many like that in the, I guess it was 23 videos that I generated. But when one image or animation is off, you can't go back and edit it in any way. So it kind of ruins the whole thing. Overall, I really like this feature as a quick way to recap something you're researching or studying, or for sharing with a friend. That could be great. So this can definitely be useful. Now, is this good for actually posting on social media? Some of it I could see doing well, actually. That's not the type of thing I'm into testing, but I've seen pretty big channels post content that's very similar to this. That also does make me wonder kind of where all this is headed. Since this is Google, I mean, are they testing things out on a journey towards a more generated shorts feed? One that could potentially even be like on-demand videos generated based on topics you're interested in? People have been talking about that as a possibility for a long time, and this feels like a step in that direction. So I like it in NotebookLM, but not for that, because I definitely do love the platform. I think this is a nice addition. Again, if you want to do a deeper dive and learn all about it, we've got that link in the description. Or I'll put my YouTube tutorial on the screen here.